Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a cooking video and show you how to make Instant Pot barbecue chicken sandwiches. If you don't have an Instant Pot, you can use the slow cooker and just cook it on low for about 8 hours. And it should come out about the same. So I hope you guys enjoy this cooking video. So to make the barbecue chicken sandwiches, I use a recipe from Aunt B's Recipes. And the recipe is called Instant Pot pulled barbecue chicken. And I just put these on these 2-point hamburger buns. I get these buns at Walmart. They are the Village Hearth light wheat buns. You could also try the Sara Lee buns that are 80 calories, and those are also 2 points. So just try to find a low point bun. And basically the barbecue chicken mixture ends up to being 0 points, because if you divide it up into 12 servings, then it makes it 0 points. So basically you just have to count the buns. So for the recipe, you use about 2 to 2.5 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken breasts. And for the original recipe, she says to use 1 cup of barbecue sauce, and I like to use the G Hughes sugar-free barbecue sauce. It is it's very low in point, and so I use 10 ounces of this. And then the recipe also calls for 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, and I use just this Great Value less sodium soy sauce. And then I also forgot, you're gonna need some of this apple cider vinegar. It calls for 2 tablespoons, so I add this as well. And then the only other thing about the recipe is that it calls for brown sugar, and I omit it because I don't think that it needs it. So if you do use the brown sugar in the recipe, then it'll definitely increase the points a little bit. But I have linked the link to the recipe down below in the description, so you can look at the original recipe. But I will also post the exact amounts that I use, so that you can follow along. Okay, so to start off, I have my Instant Pot plugged in, and I'm going to go ahead and put the chicken breasts in the Instant Pot. And then I'm going to weigh out the barbecue sauce and measure out the soy sauce and the apple cider vinegar, mix them together, and then pour them over top of the chicken. And then I will cook it. So I will show you what I'm doing. So now I have the chicken breasts in the Instant Pot, and I'm going to go ahead and weigh out my barbecue sauce and measure out the other ingredients and mix them together. Okay, so I have my scale sitting here, and I have this glass measuring cup that I'm going to mix it all in, and I'm going to just turn it on and make sure it's set to 0 and that it's set on ounces, and I'm going to just weigh out 10 ounces. I'm going to measure out 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. And 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. And now I'm going to go ahead and take it off the scale, and I'm just going to give it a little mix just to incorporate the ingredients pretty well. And then I'm going to just pour it over the chicken breast. like to just spread it around to make sure that it's just covering the chicken breasts. So this is what it looks like after I put the barbecue sauce on, and I'm just going to put the lid on and set the timer. So I'm putting the lid on, and now I'm going to hit the meat button, and it usually is set for 40. So I'm gonna leave it at 40 and let it go. And then when the timer's done, I let it do the natural release and give it a good 20 minutes before I take the lid off. Okay, so now the Instant Pot is done, and I'm going to go ahead and take the lid off. And then I'm going to take the chicken breasts out of the Instant Pot so that I can shred them. So I'm going to just shred the chicken with 2 forks. Okay, now I think I've got it pretty much shredded, and I am going to put it in a bowl on my kitchen scale to weigh it out so that I can divide it up into 12 equal servings. So I turn on my scale, make sure it is set to 0, and then I'm going to put the chicken in the bowl. So that comes out to be 22 ounces. So I'm gonna take 22 ounces and divide it up into 12. So then I know that each serving is 1.83 ounces of chicken, and that's what I will put on each bun. So I'm gonna make sure my scale is on and set to 0, and I'm going to weigh out 1.83 ounces. 1.82 is good enough. So then what I do is I take the bun and I put the chicken on the bun, and I drizzle a little bit of the barbecue sauce on it from the Instant Pot. Just a little bit of sauce just to go over top. And so that is what the barbecue chicken sandwich looks like. It is 2 smart points, or it comes out to be 5 smart points for 2. I don't know exactly why. I think it's just Weight Watchers' own type of math, I guess. You'll want to make sure you put all the ingredients into the recipe builder on the app to make sure that you get an accurate count. And so that is the Instant Pot barbecue chicken sandwich. Okay, so that is how I make the Instant Pot barbecue chicken sandwiches. I hope you guys enjoyed this cooking video, and if you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe. And I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching.